Hello, welcome back to my channel, Farmhouse on Quicksand. This is Mickey coming at you on a Saturday morning. And I wanted to talk today about retirement over 62. Is there such a thing as being able to retire at the age of 62 or 65? I'm not really sure if I see that in my future, although I do have some health conditions that could, further that along farther than, I want it to be at this moment. So I'll give you a little update. My rheumatologist is sending me to a hematologist to rule out multiple myeloma and or plasma disorders, because I've had some blood work that showed my M spike was really high. However, that could be due to inflammation from my arthritis. I'm not sure, but I'll keep you informed on that. But anyway, today I want to talk about work and retirement. I am 62. I turned 62 in March of this year. And if I work until I'm 70, I will draw almost $4,000 a month from Social Security. That's just Social Security, nothing else. Nothing in savings, nothing in 401k, just Social Security. And, I currently work from home. I'm a nurse, and I work for a major healthcare company from home. I'm a clinical documentation specialist, and I love that. I love that job, and it's very interesting. And I wouldn't care to continue to work if I could, have that type of a job. I really don't want a job anymore where I have to get out and travel, in the wintertime or in the rain or anything like that. I just would rather be able to stay home, work from home, and, draw my paycheck like everybody. So I have found that, of course, everybody is going through this right now with everything being so expensive. You got to have a job. I'm a one income earner. I'm the only one in my family. I'm not married. I'm divorced, and I've been divorced since 2000, and so I've been alone for 26 years, and I enjoy being alone. I'm not sure that that's normal, but I do enjoy being alone, and I don't want a partner. I like being by myself and making decisions by myself and supporting myself, and, I'm happy with that. So I'm happy with that in my life. However, I have made some decisions in the past that weren't in my best interest financially. And so, like a lot of people, I do have some debt to pay off, and I'm going to take you along with me on that journey. As soon as I purchase the house, which is supposed to be on June the 12th, and we will make our first house payment in August, I will take you along with me every month, and we will do my bills together. I don't make a lot of money. I probably bring home after taxes. Well, every 2 weeks I get paid. So my check after taxes, after my, health insurance, those charges, and, state, local, and county taxes, and school taxes, and all the other taxes they can add on us. Plus, 401k and my health spending account, which is really good. I probably bring home around $17.90 every 2 weeks. So, I am going to be, I don't make as much money as I used to. I'll just say that. I used to be an occupational health nurse, and I made really good money. But I chose this because of my health conditions, that way I could work from home, take a break when I needed to, and, take better care of myself. So, anyway, that's what my paycheck is, and sometimes it may be a little bit more on the weeks that we have, or in the months that we have a third paycheck. And so I will take you along with me whenever we start making my house payment and paying off debts. And but anyway, so a lot of people say go ahead and retire at 62. Of course, if I retired at 62, I would only be drawing $2,066 a month. And that's just not enough for me to live on right now, especially with purchasing a home at my age. But it's a family home, and we want to keep it in the family, and so, that's what I'm doing. And it's a really nice home. And like I say, it assesses or it's appraised for $240,000, and it's only going to cost me $105,000. So I think that's a really good deal. Did I ever plan on coming back to Jackson, Kentucky? No, I did not. Before, that's where I was raised. I was born in Leslie County, and Leslie County, Kentucky, Hyden, Kentucky. And I had a little apartment over there for $600 a month, and it was perfect. And then I started taking care of my mother-in-law before she passed, and started staying here at the home. And so then, talked with the family, and, they decided they'd love for me to be able to purchase it. So that's how I got into that. So anyway, I'll have some equity in the home. I don't plan on using it, but I will have some equity. I'm going to try to pay it off as fast as I can. So any month that I do get a third paycheck that doesn't have my medical insurance taken out, because that makes it like $100 more a month, then I will pay that, toward the principal of the house. And but retirement, I would love to be able to retire right now and have my insurance needs taken care of, but you can't draw Medicare until, or you don't get approved for Medicare until you're 65. So I really just can't retire right now, and there are some days that my health conditions would love for me to be retired and be able to stay at home and focus nothing but on my health. But like I say, I am alone by myself, so I'm responsible for myself, And yesterday, I had to put out $4,066 for flood insurance, and that's for the mortgage, and that's a lot to come up with every year. So I will have to have you coming along with me and keeping me accountable and keeping me responsible for saving that money every year. So, but your help, I will appreciate your help and your comments and your support. However, before I intended on retiring at 62, about 10 years ago, I planned on retiring at 62 and wanted to travel and see things. And that's not going to happen now, not with my conditions. However, I'm happy to, purchase this home and see if I can get it paid off in 15 years, if I make it 15 years, God willing. And I appreciate and thank God every day for Him waking me up and keeping me in a positive light. But a lot of people can't retire because they got to have the insurance. And insurance is so expensive. And if you have major health conditions like I have, then you have to have good insurance, And so, and I, I worry about stuff like that. But God says to give you His worries. So that's exactly what I do. I give Him all my worries and I forget it. And He will help me figure it out. He will guide me. And so, I know that right now I can't retire. Maybe I will be at the point to where I could when I'm 65. We'll see. I'm not sure, but like some employers, they lay off their people or get rid of positions and stuff. And I've went through that before, and that was terrible. It's very hard on you, and that was after I was at the age of 50. So it's really, really stressful. However, I don't stress about that stuff anymore because I know that God will help me, guide me, and provide for me if I put all of my faith in Him. And that is what I do. I just leave it up to God and pray. And so I know that in the next 5 to 6 years, I don't think I'll get to retire because I'm going to need really good health insurance. And buying a policy on my own would be very expensive. So, but there are things that I want to do. I would love to take a vacation with all 3 of my children. My son is 19. My baby daughter is 30. Let's see. She will be 39. Is that right? Let's see. She'll be 39 in July. She don't look 39. She looks so young. She's so beautiful. And then my oldest daughter, she turned 43 in March of this year. So there was a big difference between my girls and my boy. But I'm so glad that I have 3 children, and I love them very much. And they're my pride and joy. And like a mom, I'm always willing to help them do anything they need to do. Of course, they're the same. They're so good to me, and I really appreciate that. And I want them to live their life and have fun, So anyway, so I would love to do that. Before something happens to me, I would love to go on vacation with all 3 of my children. I think that would be so much fun, And because they're just so funny. I just laugh when I'm around them all the time. And so anyway, but, if I could work until I'm 70, I would love to be able to do that as well because, then at 70, I would draw a full retirement. And then I could also work and make money that wouldn't count against my retirement, So if I draw Social Security and worked, I would only be able to make like $20,000 or $24,000 a year, and that's in my condition, that's just not enough for me, So that's just the way it is. You just have to accept it. I could do DoorDash or Uber or Spark or deliver groceries, but my car is now 6 years old, and I'm not going to wear it out. And with gas being so high, there's just no way that I'm going to put myself out there to do that because, I want my car to last. It's a Jeep Grand Cherokee. I bought it in California when I was out there, and it's got 150,000 miles on it. But, I take good care of it, and I keep up on the service and everything. And so, I would like to continue driving that car until, it won't go one more mile. Because who wants a car payment, right? Right. So, anyway, I just wanted to come on today and say, is there a retirement life after the age of 62? I don't know. But I think that if I stay on track and focus on, trying to pay down debt. I don't have any major credit card debt. I don't have a car payment. I don't have any installment loans or anything like that, I would only have my house payment, utilities around the house, a phone payment, which I'm actually going to look at a cheaper plan because right now I pay $110 with Verizon, and I'm going to look at a Straight Talk and see if I can go down to the $45 plan. I think that would be really wise. And then also, as I said before, I do have some tax debt. However, I'm going to roll that over into the loan on my house and pay them off so I don't incur the interest and penalties. And that will save me some money. Even though it's going to be in the house loan, it'll still save me some money because that's a daily charge. And but as far as retirement right now, it's not in Mickey's future. At 65, it may be, I'm not sure. But I will work as long as I can and, try to be debt-free by the time I'm 70. That's my goal, is to try to be debt-free by the time I'm 70. That includes having the house paid off and, and money in savings. So I'm going to see if I can do that. If I ever do get monetized on YouTube, then, I will, of course, put that money into, paying off putting on the principal of the house, and also blessing, giving blessings to other people. I believe that if you pay it forward, it pays you, So anyway, so I just wanted to talk about that for a minute for us over the age of 60, and tell you we have a beautiful day here in Kentucky. Sun is shining, going to be close to 80-something, and I'm going to go up to my sister's after a while and get her and take her to get her medicine and stuff, and then I don't know what we'll get into. We'll get into something, but and then I'm going to do another cleaning video this evening and see if I can get that up. Boy, the last time it took me a long time to upload it. I don't know what was going on with my internet, but it was slow that day. So we'll see what we can do about that. And so I wish you a very blessed, happy Saturday. And I hope you get out there and have some fun and enjoy it. And is there life after 62? Leave me a comment and let me know what you've done to secure your future. Maybe your tips and tricks can help me. So anyway, happy Saturday. Stay blessed. And God willing, we'll get through this together. And I thank you for following my channel. Please like and subscribe and give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel grow. And I view you all as friends. Like I can just sit down in my chair with my cup of coffee and just start talking to you. And, we're buddies. So have a happy Saturday. And that's it. Thanks. Over and out from Mickey.